no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
All right, let's get it. Get all the gaming goodies. I think we finally actually got some new gaming stuff. Took them long enough, didn't it? Power facility map? No thanks. This looks like crap. Hightail. Good chance a lot of people are going to be playing Hightail. It looks like Minecraft. The dragons do look really sick.
Hi everyone, Robert here from Fireshine Games. I am the Senior Product Manager for Far Far West, developed by the incredible 6-person team at Evil Raptor. Far Far West is a 1-to-4 player co-op PvE first-person shooter where you play as robot cowboys in a weird western world. Work together to kill bosses, collect bounties, and cleanse the lands of the evil enemy invaders. Today, I'm going to talk you through a short, single-round session of Far Far West. Here, we're exploring the Far Far West hometown, an evolving space where you can upgrade your weapons, spells, and characters.
Spells?
Once the team is geared up and ready to go, we can pick the bounty we want to hunt and drop into the game.
Meh. Games like this are just crazy, dude. Just so sick of seeing this, like, cheap game, in-app purchase slopper. Because that's what it is, it's slop.
Quebec Charlie to Quebec Romeo Foxtrot. We got your location report.
Oh, here we go. What is this?
The operation zone. Good luck. Over.
Oh. Oh, that's awful. Looks kind of like Stalker. Oh, how's it going, Nigel? Interesting. Oh, Chad's here. Chad, unfortunately, I don't think you were first. I don't know about that. From what I understand, the second one's dog shit. I've heard terrible things about the second one. I've been playing Jurassic Evolution, dude. I've been enjoying the hell out of that game. That's right, he was first after me. After Chad. I mean, after fucking Nigel.
Citizens of Nippon.
Oh, what's this?
Dawn
This looks
rises
like
on
shit.
your land. Through progress and technology, we bring prosperity to all. Your nation
Yeah, but I don't look very prosperous to me.
ripples with mutiny. But our technology
What
will
the fuck?
protect your peace.
Just like the Nazis again? What is this?
Peace demands the sacrifice.
That's
of
fucked
those
up.
who stand in the way of progress. On behalf of your glorious
Oh, this looks like dog shit, man. This looks like garbage. What the fuck? Shadow of the Road is what that's called, if y'all want to check that out. The idea behind it looks good, but it's turn-based. This looks crazy. This looks like Wings of Icarus. This looks crazy. Whoa. Those enemies look crazy. Sand Riders of Sophie? That looks crazy. It's a racing game. What is this? Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that Code Violet. Also been getting a lot of shit too. A lot of shit. I'm not gonna lie though, the girl that's in is fine as hell. Deep Dish Dungeon. Oh yeah, there's a new Poppy's Playtime. It's part 5, boys. I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to sit down and play through those on stream. Damn, bro, what an intro. Broken things. February 18th, alright. Ebola Village. Why does this look like Resident Evil? Ayo. Damn. I ain't even got the chainsaw, dude. What? It's like a knockoff, Resident Evil, bro. This actually look kind of good. I'm not even gonna lie. Dude, I have, I usually get like one type of cologne that's from, man, it's like Buckle at the mall. I don't even know if Buckle's still a thing. Man, it's been a while since I've been to a mall. But I'm not like a connoisseur. There's usually like one fragrance that I really like. Ironclad. What is this shit? What is this? There's a Pal World official card game too? What is that? Yo, this is the cutesy game. Tank game. Whoa! Hello! You hear him screaming, dude? Is that a BFG? Huh. That looks interesting. What is this?
Tell me what you can see.
There's a dial, and it makes the code on the front change.
Oh, that's right. There are codes for everything. There must be a code to wake it up.
The screen lit up, but it's not good. I can't read it. Aren't there any instructions?
This place is made out of vacuum tubes and relays, so no.
Half this entry is corrupted.
I think the machine's trying to protect itself. It contains a mixture of books, journals, letters. It's made out of vacuum tubes and...
Are we even safe down?
Someone else here. Dreaming.
No, the reason why people don't like it is because they killed Joel off. That's why they don't like it. They don't like how who killed him and why. That's the reason why people didn't like it. Is it Joel? I think it's Joel, right? Why did people not like The Last of Us 2? Yeah, Joel's death. It's that alienating factor of... So, in the first game, you have that masculinity good, bad guys bad, and in the second game, they completely alienate the masculinity, which is Joel, and they brutalize it in such a way that fans were just like, "Nah, I'm good, man." That's the reason why. Even whenever I Googled it just now, people like, and I don't blame them. Like, that would be if they like brought in Atreus and then they killed Kratos in the new God of War game, like the brand new one, like the 2018 one. That's why. Because you have to realize that The Last of Us 2 was around for like 5 or 6 years before the second one. When did The Last of Us 2 come out? 2020? When did The Last of Us come out? 2013. So the first game came out in 2013 and the second game came out in 2020. How are you gonna make a new game and then just immediately kill the main character off and do some weird fucking schizo like wokeism shit in it after that amount of time? Like, dude, that's just wrong. That's actually exactly like what I thought. Like, so like that would be if God of War ended God of War 3 and then it led into the new God of War in 2018 and then they killed off Kratos by like him slipping and falling and then he just died. And then Atreus is gay and is now running the show. Ain't nobody want to see that, bro. Like you have to realize that The Last of Us has been like a staple for PlayStation sales for as long as I could remember, and then it just died the minute the second one came out. Yeah, but you have to have good gameplay and a good story. Like, if they killed off Kratos, I probably wouldn't play God of War anymore, to be quite frank. The gameplay is okay. I like the older gameplay more.
You owe me a lot.
Well, what
you know
the
that,
fuck
right?
is that?
Now, if you don't pay it back...
Is that a fish?
There's gonna be consequences.
Oh, what the fuck?
Real ones. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna work for me, Angler.
That's creepy.
Till that debt is gone. Every last frickin' dime.
Damn, that looks like it might be pretty good. This looks crazy.
Property is sacred.
I think that was it. Let's check out this Power World card game. What is this shit? Just like a real card game, or is this like an in-game card game? Oh, that's pretty. Have you had... Oh, fuck. No! No! Go back. I was watching that. If you haven't played Power World, I definitely recommend it. It's grindy as fuck, but it's fun. It's fun when you first get into it. Alright. Enough fucking around, I guess. Enough fucking about. Actually, I've got two shorts I want to show first. There's two shorts that I want to look at. Hold on. There's this one. God damn it, where's the other short? I hate how YouTube looks now. I don't like this. It looks too like appified. It looks too much like a damn app now. I hate how it looks. Here it is. There we go.
Iran is. He's completely right. What's this?
When the did we have to bow down to certain communities? Look, I'm Asian. I'm Vietnamese. Right? When we have our own communities too, and our communities thrive.
Yeah.
You know, we have businesses. We've been here only less than 50 years. After
the Vietnam
1975.
Yeah.
Majority of us have businesses, scientists, engineers, doctors, bright minds, people that given back to this country more than we taken.
Yeah.
And we have never asked anybody to bow down or speak our language.
True.
And when the this stupid mayor in Minnesota have to speak their language and apologizing for those motherfucking pirates. He's a Jewish dude.
He's talking about the Somalians, dude. I thought this shit was funny as fuck.
Who is this guy?
You know?
He's completely right. What's this?
When the did we have to bow down to certain communities? Look, I'm Asian. I'm Vietnamese. Okay, when we have our own communities too, and our communities.
what a
thrive.
legend.
You know, we have businesses. We've been here only less than 50 years. After
the Vietnam
1975.
Yeah.
Majority of us have businesses, scientists, engineers, doctors, bright minds, people that given back to this country more than we taken.
Yeah.
And we have never asked
You
anybody.
see, that's the crazy part. You never hear any of these Asian people bitching about our culture. They always come over here and assimilate, dude. That's all they want to do. They learn English. They stop, like, they completely disregard the bowing to respect thing. Like, I think that the Asian culture assimilating with Americans is a prime example of what these other countries should be doing. I have the utmost respect for these Asian immigrants that come over here and they assimilate. It's like, even people like Nigel, but from Belize, like, the fact that you come over and you assimilate, I don't care that you're an immigrant. I could care less. You came here, you learned our language. Some of the times it's easier than most. You got into our culture, you thrived in our culture. We got Americans that can't even do that shit. Like, what are we doing here, you know? Yeah, they give to society. They don't come here and immediately get on welfare. They came here like you served in the military. This guy, I don't know, he looks like he has his own vehicle. You know, he probably has a nice upstanding job. He learned English. He assimilated. He came here, he did everything he needed to do. He checked every box, and now he's a core patriotic fucking American. Like, when did we get away from this mindset? Seriously.
To bow down or speak our language.
True.
And when the stupid mayor in Minnesota have to speak their language and apologize for those motherfucking pirates. He's a Jewish dude.
Who is this guy?
You know?
He's completely
Like,
right. What's this?
It's sad to see.
Standing in the road trying to obstruct traffic.
Obstructing traffic, idiots! You can't do that. That's against the law.
Like, you could protest legally. Again, I'll stand by anyone that protests legally. It's within your constitutional right to protest. Just protest on the sidewalk, man. How's this so hard? He trying to drive through. He probably got a job he's got to go to, man. He's going to be late. He's probably going to lose his job because y'all blocking the goddamn road.
Get away from my car!
Yep.
Get out of the way! Run him over! Get out of the way! I have to get home!
I didn't want to say this because of his skin color. I'm fairly certain this is an immigrant. Not an illegal one, but I saw the beads on the back of his car on his seat, and I was like, you know what? I bet he's an immigrant of some sort. Like a taxi driver.
It's crazy that this
God, that was so fucking racist to say, wasn't it? I'm so sorry.
is even tolerated for a second. You should not be standing in the road.
Look, he's even got an American flag in his car. You see it?
To obstruct traffic.
Obstructing traffic, idiots! You can't do that. That's against the law.
It's so sad to see it, man. It's so sad. There was a video here. Aha! Alright. Daily dose of the internet.
On the internet.
Most cursed videos. Oh, I hate it. Yeah, I don't like the kid ones.
Bro, like, this is so dumb. Look at this. I'm taking a... I can literally see over the... You want to come in?
Hey, you want to come in?
I'm taking a... I can literally see over the... You want to come in?
I found something really strange on the beach.
Oh, it's a dog. It's a doggy. Hi, doggy. What the fuck is that thing?
These people threw some money into a wishing well.
What'd you wish for? What do you think I wished for?
Yo, what the fuck?
Bro, we just finished eating pizza. There you go, bro.
What?
Oh my god, it's so uncanny. Oh my god, it's so uncanny.
What is it with this damn cat, bro? Oh, I remember seeing this. If I'm not mistaken, he got into a lot of trouble for doing this. A lot of trouble. Like, he had, like, the police called and everything on him.
What's happening here? Is it a party? ¿Qué pasa, fiesta? Funeral. Oh, whoopsies.
No, I'm definitely stronger than you are.
No, not.
Yeah, I am.
Not than my dad.
Probably not stronger than your dad, no.
My dad's... I've never seen my dad.
Damn.
For some weird reason, this also started producing electricity.
What the fuck?
This is probably the most
What?
insane like.
No. What?
This is probably
No. Fuck you. Bro, that's how you know that stuff is good. It's so damn good it's defying the laws of nature. What the fuck? It's smoking too. That has to be AI, dude. There's no way.
This is probably the most insane like cram.
Oh, yep, I've had one of those before.
I think I see a raccoon. A raccoon!
It's gonna be a dude. It's gonna be a dude. It's gonna be a guy. It's a guy.
This is why you don't talk to strangers. This guy offered to give her $40 for her socks.
You want my socks for $40? Please. Yeah? I just want to ask you. Sure. I will gladly pay $40 if you want my socks. Really? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay, bye. Yeah, have a nice day.
I'd be giving my socks up for $40.
But what are we updating on your phone? I'm confused.
Well, we're eliminating people.
Why?
They're dead.
Grandpa?
I mean, Jesus Christ, how can I call them if they're dead?
These guys thought a house was on fire, so they drove over to investigate.
A real... What the are they making in there? Oh, bro, look what it is. Are you kidding me? Let's get the hell out of here.
What is it?
It's a cremation society. No! That's people.
That's right, man. Nigel's the patriot,
I
man.
don't have a driver's license, but I've never been in an accident, so...
Well, like you've never had one, or you just didn't renew it, or?
How did Uber allow you to sign up?
Well, you work for Uber, right?
Guys, can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep.
This person's cousin was cremated.
That's gotta be a skit. There's no way.
And they wanted to have their ashes thrown into the ocean.
It's gonna blow back in her face because the wind's too strong. It's gonna blow right back in your face. You gotta throw it downwind.
I'm good.
Hey, have a nice day.
You too. You too.
Wait.
I'm good.
Hey, have a nice day.
You too. You too.
Love you.
Love you too.
You got the most sexy smile I ever seen.
What the fuck? Oh, look at the Poochie! Hi, Poochie! Hey, you good boy!
Bro.
Oh, look!
Why do porcupines sound like this?
Oh, I wonder what sound a porcupine makes.
She walked into her apartment to find that her neighbor somehow got into her plumbing system.
Happy birthday.
Okay, I know exactly what that is. That's called a drain snake, by the way, and you hook it onto what you do is you hook it onto a drill and you put it into like a sink or into a toilet or into like a plumbing system, and it's supposed to break up anything that's clogging it. I don't know how the fuck this happened. I'm fairly certain that he has to be in the house in order for it to connect the drain. So he's probably doing this from somewhere else in the house. And the only reason why I know that is because whenever I lived at the house that I stayed at, we had clogs quite a bit, and the homeowner's dad knew a lot about plumbing. He was a plumber until he wasn't anymore because he was like an old school plumber and he couldn't pass any of the tests, but he had been plumbing for like 20 or 30 years prior to them putting in all these stupid tests. And he did the entire plumbing and stuff, so I think it's funny.
Happy birthday to me.
Oh! Oh! Oh, what is that? Oh, God! What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Where do you even get something like this, dude? What the fuck is that? That's the most horrifying thing I've ever fucking seen.
Birthday to me.
She poured random cleaning chemicals down the drain to try and unclog the sink, and they mixed together and started boiling.
It's why you don't pour shit down the sink.
Oh my god, it stinks.
I'm really not sure if this is cute or creepy.
Oh, they're raccoons. Those are coons, boys. That's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, hey there. Nice to meet you. Oh, firm handshake. Very nice.
This is proof that my husband actually sleeps with his eyes open.
I don't know what's more cursed, how he's sleeping or how she's laughing.
Colton.
I swear, this is so creepy, but this dog sounds exactly like they're saying mama.
There's so many dogs that do that.
So her dad recently passed away and was cremated, and she wanted to show a cool device that allows her to take her dad's ashes anywhere.
Why don't you just let the man rest in peace? Jesus fucking Christ, it's a dead corpse. What are we doing? You see that crazy schizo lady that was eating the ashes?
To take this
Of her, it was like her dead husband.
and
Well. Fuck is that thing, bro?
This passenger was spotted trying to dry out their underwear on a plane.
That's weird. Oh no. That's crazy.
You're weird, but this is just a deer with scent glands.
I've never seen that before. What the
This
fuck
girl
is
was
that?
freaking out when her sister got out of bed and started sleepwalking.
Stop staring at me like that.
That's creepy.
Alexis! Mom! Mom!
I hate that.
She's just standing here staring at me. Relax. Hey. Come on, go lay down.
This guy was spotted trying to cook steaks over a sewer.
Damn, bro's trying to cook his steaks, man. These are the kind of people that protest, boys. You know how I know that? Look at his hair.
It should be illegal.
What the fuck is that? Is that bro really eating ground beef out of a tube? I'm sorry, but people that... I've never seen that before. I'm so sorry. And he's eating it in public, too. Man, what kind of schizo fucking freak are you that you sitting there doing that shit in public? Bro, like, he's eating that shit like it's a normal Thursday. What the fuck? That caught me so off guard, dude. That, like, what?
This is absolutely diabolical.
Welcome. What is your New Year's resolution?
I don't have any. To live another year. Oh, I hope. Hopefully not.
Yo, right. I'm gonna be saying the same shit.
Hopefully not.
For some reason, this makes me uncomfortable.
Here, I'll go the whole thing. Oh.
I've done that. I've done that before.
Subscribers sent me a video of their super flexible arms. I found someone who has a really stretchy ear.
That's actually a condition. That's actually a condition. That's a thing. Like that's something. It's kind of like whenever you could roll your tongue, or you can, or like you could touch you have like a long tongue, so you can touch your nose. It's like a genetic thing. That's crazy.
Someone that can inflate their tongue like a balloon.
Yeah, like this. Yep. It's a genetic thing. Bro, could you imagine having a tongue that big in your fucking mouth constantly? Sometimes my, because I still have my wisdom teeth, sometimes my gums get, pushed up underneath my wisdom teeth, and I, bite down and I bite the fucking back of my gum and it gets all swollen. So, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but sometimes I get fed up with it, and I try to wait for whenever I bite it again, and then I bite it off. I actually bite the, back, like inner mouth, like the inner like wall off of my like thing. It hurts so bad, but I do it just so that way the swelling fucks off, and it does. It fucks off, and it heals back to normal. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh! You belong in a fucking horror movie, you sick, sadistic piece of shit! Oh! What is that? Bro! Bro, that's fucking awful!
There we go.
Bro!
Oh, wait, it's not done yet. There we go.
Hey, D, can I have a napkin?
Yeah.
I remember when that was going around.
Oh man, it's so cold out there. I can't feel my toes.
Damn. He got us. He got us, man.
Somebody tell me why my toilet sounds like this.
It actually might have gotten frostbite on that foot. I wouldn't be surprised if he got frostbite. Yo, some people's thumbs look like that. Have you ever seen someone's thumb look like that? There's a show called The Game Grumps on YouTube. And Danny, his thumb looks just like that.
I can't feel my toes.
Bro's a fucking alien.
Somebody tell me why my toilet sounds like this.
Yo, I want one. How can I get one of those?
A few years ago, this mystery guy was spotted going around neighborhoods and dropping off old TVs on everyone's porches.
That's what's up. You know, those fucking TVs are heavy, bro. Them TVs are heavy. I ain't even gonna lie, them TVs weigh a ton, bro. How? Why is it speeding up?
This delivery driver saw this person's cat, and I'm not sure why, but they started licking it. The inside of this van is filled with bees, but the driver doesn't seem to care.
What the fuck? There's no way.
So why does this...
Was that the pain? Like, what the fuck?
So why does this pipe sound like it's singing heavy metal? This guy was out in the ocean when he spotted a random hand. Whoever designed this is probably getting fired.
You know, I want to say this is fake. But I can't, because I know it'd be a lie. What the fuck? Hey, these people are designing our roadways. Oh, we're cooked. Boys, we're cooked.
I didn't know it was possible for milk to get this stretchy.
Es que, ¿qué carajo? ¿Cómo vuelve?
Es como un moco.
Turtle! What? What the fuck?
For some weird reason, this guy went to a restaurant and wrote this on the table using mayonnaise.
Oh, Picasso.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god!
She had an allergic reaction and her head got really squishy. This crazy customer started hissing at the waiter. She went to go visit her grandma's grave, but found a turkey circling around it.
That's who I came to visit, and I just look back and I see this.
That's crazy.
Crocodile eyes staring at them.
Those are Oh, yeah, no, they are.
E aí, você teria coragem de pescar aí à noite? Essa
Hey,
aí é a
boy!
realidade do Ribeirão do Amazonas.
And you go in that water, you ain't coming out.
Bullet holes on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Come around.
There's a super tiny cave in Texas that people love to explore.
Oh, I couldn't do that, bro. I couldn't do that.
This family in Florida came home after a hurricane to find this in their house.
Damn! Oh, shit! Yo, man, you can have the house. We'll move out tomorrow. You good, boss?
His Tesla started detecting that pedestrians were nearby when he was in a cemetery.
Oh, I remember seeing that one. That one's weird.
This
Yeah!
This is a time-lapse of the digestive system at work while this dog need to learn when to say no to a client.
Man, you can tell this a young dude that doesn't, like... Yeah, sometimes the tattoo artist needs to learn to say no. Bro, like... This a young dude putting shit all on his face. What the fuck?
I didn't know it's possible for your eyelids to have muscles.
Ew! I remember seeing that one.
Using a knife, this guy thought of a big brain move. This is
Yo, low key, that's pretty smart.
To spread Grandpa's cremated ashes.
No, don't give any more. I'm not feeding them.
Oh, damn! Grandpa got turned into duck shit. Is that?
Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what is in this guy.
What is that? Is that a lemon?
My seat. Whoa.
That's a lemon. How the hell does that even happen?
Hey, you're gonna wake the others.
Oh my god, dude!
To feed the pigeons or ducks, but this
Alright, last one.
Herd of eels.
What the fuck is that? Bro, he feeding the eels. Bro, he feeding the eels like a damn duck. Look at that shit.
I
What
found
the
a video of this frog that can inflate and deflate itself. This is pretty spooky. The sheep in this enclosure have been walking in a circle for 12 days straight and refuse to step in the middle.
That's weird.
These people in China found a weird fish with a human face.
Oh, I could kind of see it. That's creepy, dude. What the fuck? Last one. Oh! That was it. Last one. Check out Daily Dose of the Internet. Oh, dude, get out of here with these. There we go. That's how crop circles are made. I wouldn't be surprised. So this was the original video that got posted on Friday of the lady that, so the dude had a camera before he got hit and then she got shot and killed.
And here we go.
By the way, this circulated like wildfire once it came out. Like, whenever I looked this video up to post it into the chat, it wasn't on YouTube yet. That's why I had to post it in the Discord as a, I think it was an Instagram or an X link or something.
So he gets out of the car, dog's in the car. You can see she very clearly looks at him. She acknowledges. She's smiling at him. Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face.
And you can see very clearly this is a phone camera. This guy probably learned his lesson from last time somebody tried to run him over.
This home security video shows a driver taking off during a traffic stop.
The same dude is on that. He's being dragged 300 feet.
Dragging a deportation officer with him.
Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know.
It's Missouri.
No.
Sorry.
It's odd that someone from Missouri is all the way in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
When you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country.
Is a citizen. So he walks around the
You
car.
want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Get yourself some lunch.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Whoa!
But here it
You
is.
can hear the thump. Drive, baby, drive. Did she say that? Let me hear it again.
She did. She got in the. She said to our partner, "Drive, Stacy, drive."
Why would you say this?
They need to take this woman. They need to put her in jail. They need to put her partner in jail.
This changes everything? Out of the car. He's saying out of the car. He's walking up to her. He's saying out of the car.
Yep.
Some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car.
3 times he told her to get out of the car.
Yep.
You want to come at us?
You want to come at us?
You want to come at us?
You have somebody.
So I was still right. He was walking around to the driver's side door. That's why he was there. He was walking around to the driver's side door once they decided they were going to pull her out.
Want to come at us? Drive. She's looking directly at him while she's accelerating the car. And then her wife is saying, drive, baby, drive. You see how fast that car went. You heard that? I want to go back. This is what I said about it the day it happened. Right there. She's moving forward, and he had to just barely get out of the way. He barely got, if he hadn't moved, and you can hear that now with the thump, would have run him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward? That's the revving. Directly in front of the car. You can see the spinning.
There it is.
I genuinely think that a lot of these people on social media and the media in general are totally to blame for this. This vigilante justice fantasy that these people are selling on the internet needs to die. You have the media saying they're secret police. Their thing says police. They have lights on their
Yeah, that was the next thing that she was saying. That people were saying, well, how could she know that it was the police? Oh, how could she know? Oh, yeah, the vests, the fact that she was recorded following them around all morning. I'm sure she had no idea.
Decked out in police gear, but you're trying to pretend like they're not. You can't.
To give you... It's great because every excuse these bozos came up with online, the internet literally went through and sussed it out.
Drive over federal officers. You can't ignore lawful orders. You can't decide in the minute of you being detained whether you think that it's justified or not. And if you disagree with it, you just get to drive away. Because here's the truth. It ruined all of her kids' lives. It ruined
Yeah, she had, I would assume they're adopted. Because, like, she has a partner that's also female. I would assume they're adopted. So, yeah. So, the partner needs to go to jail. She got, unfortunately, what was coming to her. Fortunate enough for society. And the kids are probably going to end up back into the foster system.
her life. It ruined her wife's life. It's going to ruin this police officer's life. All for what? So
the police officer that this happened to is now in protective custody. There were, I wouldn't say video or footage, but there was, hearsay that they had moved the officer out of his house. They were moving all of his stuff into storage. Federal agents were. So he's now in protective custody. So he's going to have to change his entire life because of the piss poor decisions of one retard that is now, that had, paid for it.
you can get social media likes, and then she dies. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's completely fucking disgusting. She ruined so many people's lives for what? Oh, but there's no proof that she was driving around. There's no proof. What's this?
I roll if you want to check.
What's this then?
Look.
What's this?
Who does
But she had no idea. She had no idea it was the police.
Sure, really, it's crazy. Who's laying on the horn? The woman that got shot. No concept of consequences? Yeah, exactly. And this is the problem, is that whenever you allow people to do stuff like this and you never have any consequences that are imposed on them, what happens is that they think that they're totally immune from consequences. Like, if they had arrested her the moment that she was right there, I think that she probably wouldn't have gone to run anybody over. Then she wouldn't have gotten shot either. Like, you have to keep in mind.
Because they are not enforcing the law, they are enabling this behavior, which is ultimately leading to people being killed. That's what's going on here. They need to start enforcing the federal law to the highest degree.
Mind like what their goal is. Their goal is to disrupt ICE. So they're going to do the most that they possibly can to achieve that goal. Not facing the consequence for blocking traffic like this led her to thinking that she could get away with driving through the officer. Like, look at this. See, she's blocking the road the whole time. Look at this. It's crazy. People are trying to drive around her. It's random people, too. It's like they feel like they're on a private server where they can just do anything they want, hit anybody they want. If they negatively affect something, it's okay. And they're even trying to stop her.
And you can't even say that there aren't people that were walking around. Like, just imagine if she had gotten away and she lost control of her vehicle and struck one of these pedestrians. Think about that. Think about, like, if she had slid on that ice, she lost control and she ran over a kid or somebody. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, this is when they shot her. Yeah,
Yep.
of course. And you can see, again, he's directly right in front of the car. This is how
See,
I
like, look at all the people that are on the sidewalks. Like,
you look at a person who is repeatedly obstructing law enforcement over and over. They're given a direct command by law enforcement. They choose not to follow that command. There's a person that's in front of their vehicle, and then they accelerate the vehicle with the person in front of the vehicle. And you're going to tell me that that person is the one that's in the right? Why do people actually believe ICE can't?
why are we trying to defend these people that are trying to run over police officers? Why? Why are we doing that? Why is this? When did this ever become okay? What are we? What is even, like, what are we doing?
You because you have people that are content creators, different thought leaders in the country that are telling them that. They're telling them over and over, ICE are a secret police. They're Trump's secret police. They can't.
Well, it's even more. It's not even just content creators. You have elected officials, after this lady was shot, going onto a podium and saying, "Fuck Trump, get ICE out." What is the cognitive dissonance here? Like, what is, just because two people in their entire administration want them out doesn't mean that the federal government is just going to leave. Like, the federal government has to do their job. That's what the Trump administration was elected for, removal of immigrants. That's why the ICE is everywhere. Like,
you don't have to listen to them. If you feed people enough of this hysterical psychosis, and then you send them out there, they're going to try to drive their car through an officer. If you're disrupting their operations,
I know what the odds are of the same officer being ran over. Whenever he was being dragged 300 feet, he was there to get an illegal child molester, and he had used a window punch to punch out the window where he was trying to grab the guy, and the guy took off once the ICE agent grabbed him, the guy that shot this lady. And instead of letting that guy go, bro hung on, and they got the motherfucker. That's what the odds are. You know what the odds are? That's what happens when you do your fucking job and you're willing to die for it. That man was willing to be dragged 300 feet, could have died, to catch that son of a bitch. And you know what? He got him. That's what someone trying to do their fucking job looks like. That's called dedication and hard work. Something these fucking nitwits don't know anything about. You know why? Because they don't have a job of their own. Or maybe they do. Maybe that's why they're driving around doing this.
Right to detain you. It's a federal crime, and so they can arrest you. Anybody that does this and anybody that's promoting doing this is literally telling people that they want to die. You can't block law enforcement. You can't obstruct law enforcement. You can't drive your car into law enforcement officers. Like, these are things that you learn in kindergarten. And the fact is that we've had so many hysterical people.
Even if this was just a normal dude, you are surrounded by other dudes that all have guns. Why the hell? Like, what about this makes you think that, like, come on.
That have totally, completely distorted the entire universe. And they think that for some reason it's acceptable that they just go out and do anything they want.
Like, she looked this dude in the face and proceeded to hit him.
It's acceptable that they just go out and do.
No, dude. Nah. Big surprise when you run into a police officer or a federal agent with guns. You get fucking dead. You get dead.
For me to see, because there's been a lot of people here that yesterday they were starting to all condemn Hamas. Isn't this always so weird when this happens? Because when you have all of these people that are tweeting out the exact same thing, Hamas is a terrorist organization. We do not support terrorists, period. Hey, so marching through a predominantly Jewish neighborhood and leading with a chant saying we support Hamas is a disgusting and anti-Semitic thing to do. Pretty basic. And that's from AOC. Now, she was having a really, really bad time over this. So we're going to watch we're going to listen to it again. We support Hamas here. And then she did it for free. She's actually getting hate from everyone now. AOC, when it's time to defend Israel. Hey, so shut the fuck up. The lady who voted to send missiles to Israel in the middle of a genocide wants to lecture us on appropriate behavior. How does it feel to be an imperialist running dog? Oh my God. Where do these people come from? Hassan in shambles. He did tweet about this, to be fair. As a lesser evil voter, I will once again repeat my harm reductionist credo. Hamas is 1,000 times better than a fascist settler colonial apartheid state, and the real harm happening here is that another illegal stolen land is taking place at another synagogue. I don't expect a U.S. politician to come out as pro-Hamas.
But it's clear that many people see the pro-Palestinian cause as at least discardable.
They're going to make a fuss about this rather than the Khanis flags waving Zionists or the illegal synagogue land sale. So I really can't express this enough. Supporting a terrorist organization is a losing cause. Even if you think they're right. Even if
that's the crazy part. It's just like anything else. If you support these people and the reason behind what they're doing seems good, the road to hell is paved on good intentions. There have been reports that these people have been raping, killing, just random, just citizens, just normal people. Like, just, and that's how they bloom into a terrorist organization. It only...
You think, you know what, they have the right viewpoint on things, you don't want to go out and fucking say that. Radical leftists will never concede. I think that this is them getting backed into a corner. People like Mamdani, who refused to condemn Hamas or wouldn't talk about Hamas, all of these people thought that that meant that he supported it. But the problem is that the public has become so radicalized that it's just, we got to treat you like every other politician now. The honeymoon is over.
Yep.
And so...
Jewish. You are Jewish.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, this is America now, unfortunately. So this was yesterday. We had anti-ICE protesters everywhere. There was also another incident where a U-Haul had run over a bunch of people, but that's what happens whenever you start crowding a U-Haul.
Into the news, and we start with the Fox News alert. Anti-ICE protests erupting across the U.S. with thousands of clash-filled demonstrations taking place in cities like Los Angeles.
And this is the reason why you have to crack down on this. Is because whenever people see what's happening in Minneapolis and they're not doing anything, you're going to have this shit all across the country. I don't care if you want to protest. Get out of the street. Stop lighting shit on fire. Like, if you want to be loud and do whatever, great. Keep it within the time frame. You know, it's not supposed to be past 10 o'clock in most places. You're not supposed to blare music past 10 o'clock. People have to get up and work on the weekend. You know, it's a normal way of life. Just follow the goddamn law. Like, what, like, come on.
In Minneapolis. As DHS releases new video showing the minutes leading up to the fatal shooting of Renee Good.
Our own Matt Finn is live on the ground in cold Minneapolis with the latest on this entire event. Matt?
Hi, Rachel. The protests here in Minneapolis seem to be growing larger. Yesterday, a massive crowd, thousands and thousands of people gathered in Powderhorn Park in Minneapolis.
Damn, that's a protest. Look at that.
Minneapolis City Council members announced their now failed campaign to dismantle the police here in Minneapolis, and that really sparked a nationwide movement. Now, yesterday, after the demonstration...
Why the hell would you want to dismantle the police? What could you possibly gain from dismantling the fucking police? What could you ever gain from dismantling the police in a state? Why is this even a question? Well, how is this even a topic for debate? Like, it's like they want complete lawlessness in their state.
In that park, also similarities to the George Floyd riots in 2020, protesters marched down Lake Street.
No, this isn't as bad as the protests in... No, there's no way. Because the George Floyd, it wasn't even protests, they were riots. They were constantly burning down shit. I guarantee you they would have, too, if it hadn't been for the National Guard.
Yesterday, because in 2020, many portions of Lake Street were set on fire during the George Floyd protests and riots. And here are some anti-ICE protesters.
They're not out here trying to detain criminals. They're out here trying to incite chaos. And just, it has to be stopped.
I have always been surrounded by a lot of immigrants and my family and my roots. So I'm here to stand up for what I think is right, and we as a community are here together.
Now, Minneapolis police say well over 1,000 protesters and some rioters damaged parts of the Renaissance and Canopy hotels downtown Friday. 29 people were arrested, one officer injured after being hit with a piece of ice. And there's also new video leading up to the moments of Renee Good's shooting death by an ICE agent on Wednesday. The video appears to show Renee Good's SUV attempting to block the street and honking the horn. Now, Border Patrol here on the ground, they tell us it is dangerous for agents to be blocked in by a car because there are so many anti-ICE...
Hey, you know why? Because they're police officers. What does any police officer do whenever they're boxed in by a bunch of fucking schizos and they have a gun? What you think is going to happen? When you outnumber these police officers and they have no choice but to resort to lethal force because they're scared of their fucking lives, What do you think is going to happen, though? On this instance, you can't say that they were being boxed in by an overwhelming amount of people. But at the same time, whenever they're telling you to get out and you're being detained, maybe you should do that and not plow through police officers.
Agitators who quickly surround
or federal agents, because I guess I have to say that too.
them. And Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, along with other House representatives, say they were denied full access to an ICE facility here in Minneapolis yesterday.
Yeah. It's just like whenever that lady showed up to an ICE facility and started hitting police officers, and she ended up in jail. You don't just get to go into an ICE facility. Why don't you go to like a jailhouse and do the same thing? I'd imagine they tell you that we can't just let you in. Like, come on.
This is just one more example of this administration.
She's scared, bro. She knows she knows her goose is cooked. That's why she's down there. She knows that if she doesn't do something, she's probably about to be deported. All her fraudulent little fuckers have gotten caught.
And Kristi Noem violating the law. This is an out-of-control Trump's ICE.
When people are disappeared in the darkness, American democracy dies. They are not only disappearing people.
Oh yeah, well, what about whenever people appear in a country and they build a fraud system to defraud American people, and then they have a voter vouching system where one person can vouch for up to 5 people. You have no voter ID. And you've got people walking into booths vouching for 5 different fucking people whose names probably don't even exist. Last time I checked, that's the destruction of democracy. She's directly, she is being unconstitutional because she is a Somalian who is bringing her blood feud from 2 Somalian tribes here, and is telling one tribe to vote for her so that way she can keep the other tribe out. It's supposed to be unbiased democracy. And you want to sit here and talk to me, tell me what my Constitution says? I'm going to quote Trump on this. Don't tell me what my Constitution says. Go back to your own country and read what yours says.
Who have committed crimes, who are in this country undocumented. They are disappearing U.S. citizens.
Now, DHS fired back, saying members of Congress were notified that their visit was improper and out of compliance with existing court orders and policies which mandate that members of Congress must notify ICE at least 7 days in advance of congressional visits. DHS also says...
They've already said this. It's just like whenever that one lady went to the facility and acted like a freaking schizo and started hitting police officers. She ended up in jail. That's what happened to her. They've already been through this. You're not doing anything that no one else has ever done.
Representative Omar basically led protests, cheered these protests on at the ICE facility. Back to you guys in New York.
Thank you,
Matt.
Matt. Thanks, Matt.
Hey, Charlie, and Griff, do you guys remember Bill Bennett? He wrote a book called The Death of Shame.
Yes, indeed.
That's what I think about when I see Ilhan Omar just showing her face. Like, does she know shame of everything that's just happened in the Somali community? That she clearly knew what was going on in that, and she has turned a blind eye. She's defended it, and here she is.
Exactly. That's why she's down there. She knows that if she doesn't do something, she's fucked.
Talking about all of this and getting on her high horse and really instigating and fueling so many of these riots here and protests against ICE, just trying to get rapists and murderers off the streets. I keep wondering, why? Who's funding these groups? Why don't we know more about these
That's
groups?
what I want to know. Who the fuck is funding this shit, bro? There's also a video that was circulating on Friday or Saturday where a dude had went to one of these protests, burned the American flag, and left. People followed him, like a bunch of people followed him. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Flag and... Right here. This is it.
Fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Why would you run off? Why would you run off?
He went out there, he burned the flag, and then he just left.
It's weird to burn a flag.
And you want to sit here and tell me, because that's the whole reason why Trump had this outlawed, is because it incites rioting. That's the reason why he had this shit banned. Right here.
Flag and run off. That doesn't make sense. That's not a protest.
Why are you not back there at the protest? We got everybody riled up. You came here to do what? You a boogaloo boy? An accelerationist? What are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your car? Where you from? Why are you here?
Yeah, we know. We remember George Floyd, so we know you guys are around.
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know where the fuck he is. He doesn't even know where his fucking car is. What?
Why are you hiding your face?
You see that? That's crazy, right? It makes you wonder.
About Ilhan Omar, you know, you are right. She's not only fueling these protests and sometimes it gets violent, but she's also fueling the anti-ICE rhetoric that is causing...
Yeah, it circulated like a wildfire on Saturday or Sunday. There's a reason. Look here. Look here. Look here. If Trump knows how to get Venezuela, the president, Maduro, he knows that there are drug boats coming in. Look here. He knows how to get Maduro in 3 hours. He has a task force. Bro's got boots on the ground. Bombs every military installation on the way out. You think that the president of the United States might have a little bit more intel than we do? Look, he may be a fucking schizo sometimes, right? But he's still the president that knows a whole hell of a lot more about what's going on out there than we do. There is a reason why he's doing what he's doing.
Agents to have a 13% 100 increase in assaults on them, a 3,000 plus increase in vehicular assaults. But at the end of the day,
3,000% increase in vehicular assaults on police officers.
3,000 plus increase in vehicular assaults. But at the end of the day,
this was just a matter of time. It was a matter of time before one of these agents got sick and tired of being struck by fucking vehicles. Like, that's the reason why it happened so often to that one dude. It probably happened to these guys constantly. This was a matter of time before somebody got shot and killed because of this bullshit. I could imagine that if you tried to interview one of these ICE agents, how many of them or their friends have been struck by vehicles since they started these operations.
Omar is entitled.
That's what you should be asking. Well, what's the likelihood that it was the same guy twice? What's the likelihood that almost every one of these ICE agents haven't been in a vehicular assault? Where's the likelihood in that? You don't want to talk about that, do you?
But not entitled to her facts, as the saying goes. And she is saying, she is spreading this narrative that ICE is out to kill citizens and round up and disappear U.S. citizens. It's preposterous. It's not true. And actually, the people she's protecting, as we just pointed out earlier today, an illegal immigrant from Laos was convicted of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old child, then was allowed to roam free in Minneapolis because of the sanctuary city policy. And now ICE has a duty, an obligation to be there, and she is spreading a narrative that is totally false.
Now, they also picked up a Somali murder as well, an illegal immigrant Somali murder. She didn't say anything about that.
So if your political platform, if your political effort right now is to defend child rapists, which is what Ilhan Omar...
This is what Aspen means when he says that they're completely falling apart. Because they are. Trump needs to figure out who's funding these protests because they're getting paid somehow. That's how they got all these really well-detailed signs. That's why you got these women that we covered on Friday saying, well, I'm getting paid right now, standing there in the middle of a protest trying to incite something in Minneapolis. They need to figure out who's funding this. They need to shut it down. just like they did with USAID or whatever that shit was. They need to shut it down, and they need to get these illegals the fuck out of our country. That's what they need to do. We have enough goddamn schizos here as it is. We don't need to import other schizos from around the world. Especially not to give some of these other people votes.
And other Democrats.
The fact that you even could come from a different country and you can't renounce your citizenship from a foreign country in order to vote in our politics is a disgrace to our Constitution. We do it no justice.
Minneapolis are doing. If that's your safe space in terms of like your political platform, what are you running away from? You're running away from the biggest fraud investigation that we've seen certainly in my memory of covering politics, and as we've spoken to yesterday and today to our reported that this is we're just looking at Minneapolis, but this is going on all over the country. And earlier in the earlier hour, we talked to Dustin Greggy, who's a columnist based in Minneapolis.
DHS and President Trump ended up being correct from day one that this woman was impeding on law enforcement. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't simply a mom dropping off her kids or in the wrong place at the wrong time. She had been following them all day at this point, and ultimately honking her horn, smiling and dancing to the beat of it. And ultimately, how do we get here? It's because of politicians like Tim Walz, who came out here, labeled these ICE agents as Gestapo, and Peggy Flanagan, our lieutenant governor, who told these activists to, quote unquote, put their bodies on the line.
Yeah, and politicians like Tim Walz, but also really ungrateful immigrants like Ilhan Omar.
Yeah.
She is also fueling that. And he's so right. As more angles come out,
I love that every new angle that was like slightly different from the last up until the angle of the ICE agent was just one after another of, oh, well, from this angle, you can clearly see that he could have moved. He could have done this. He could have done that. And it's like, bro.
Story from the ICE officer gets proved over and over again. And these guys should be eating crow right now, but they continue to stand by their narrative because this is all about politics. It has nothing to do with what's right for the city of Minneapolis, the neighborhoods that are being set free from.
So they're trying to, if they're trying to get rid of police in a state, you don't care about the people there. You're trying to make an area that's lawless so that way you can make a quick escape while the escaping's good. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut and run whenever the state's in such chaos that you can just seize the moment and get up out of there. That's all that boils down to. You ain't got you do, like, what other reason could there be? Like, come on.
Having rapists and murderers, and that wall was incredible that you had up.
And this may work for Minneapolis politics for Ilhan Omar, but I can't help but think that broadly speaking, nationwide, this does not help Democrats.
No, and history is going to look at this and say, as that report said, how did we get here? And they're going to look at the longer arc to realize that one president, Joe Biden, opened up the border and greatly put America's public safety, national security
cleaning up that
at
mess.
tremendous risk by releasing more than 12 million illegal aliens from all over the world.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews.
I'm not gonna lie, this made me upset whenever I saw it.
Cries when admitting Tren de Aragua ties in CBP shooting.
I hesitated to even share this information initially because I'm very aware of the historic injustice of victim blaming, oftentimes portrayed by law enforcement, including this very agency that I've represented so proudly for so many years.
Oh my God.
And historically, we have not been quick to disclose the potential criminal history of others. But I felt it was imperative because I was asked yesterday in the news conference what information we have. This is information we have. This in no way draws a through line to the actions or the behaviors that occurred yesterday. I want to speak for just a moment specifically to my Latino community.
I forgot, because all Latino people have a shared collective racial identity that makes them sympathetic to illegal migrants and gangs. Jesus
You
Christ.
do realize that the biggest, like, a huge population of legal immigrants were Hispanic that voted for Trump?
Can you believe this?
It saddens me that we even
You do realize that illegal immigrants coming into the country ruins it for the legal immigrants. You do realize this, right? It's like you spend 5 to 10 years trying to immigrate somewhere, like, especially America, it could take up to that long. You finally get it. You move in, you get a nice job, you're finally able to get on your feet, you're doing everything, you're learning English, you're doing everything you're supposed to assimilate with society. And then you look up the street and you've got like 20 different people living in this one house. They're all illegal and they're turning the neighborhood into shit. And you're just like, what the fuck, man? And they're giving you a bad reputation to boot.
to qualify these remarks.
This is pathetic.
There's a reason why there's a process in order to get into America. We can't have all these criminal gangs and rapists coming into our country.
Do you want somebody that whenever they're under pressure, they start crying?
Fuck
Listen,
no.
But you're in public.
Because I understand. Or at
You know,
least-
you can tell that this department hasn't had very many people. Like, I remember a couple times whenever I would, as a fireman, they catch you on your knees, bro. And they catch you on your knees after you fight in a fire. They gonna make you work out in that gear. They gonna make you work. They gonna tell you get the fuck up. You about to find out what hard labor really is. They gonna make you run in that gear. They gonna make you jump in that gear. They gonna make you do everything where I'm going with this is, you can tell that this man's able to speak freely without any backlash or anyone calling him out on his bullshit because he's sitting here on the podium. Like, you let it go in the background so long that it ends up spilling out over onto the podium. You need those people in the background that are like, oh, hell no, this dude ain't running my fucking show.
have attempted
That's
to
what you need.
understand through your voices, your concern, your fear, your anger. This information in no way is meant to disparage
so
or
sad.
to condone or support or agree with any of the actions that occurred yesterday.
How can anybody support this?
But it is important that we stay committed to the rule of law, that we stay committed to the facts, that we stay a trustworthy and legitimate police department for all of Portlanders.
Oh my God, that is just sad.
Also, for context, nobody died and one has already been discharged from the hospital.
But grateful that they appear to be on the road to recovery, and I'm grateful for that. They do have some involvement with TDA. We can confirm that.
He's crying here because he has to tell them that one of the people that got arrested is part of a gang.
Think about that. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's the kind of law enforcement that they got. Here we go. This is what Trump, this is crazy. This is what Trump used to get Maduro. There was an ex post that was going around from one of the soldiers that Maduro had, and he was fucking terrified. He was terrified after the United States went in and got Maduro. We have technology that will blow your fucking mind. You remember whenever I said we have the most advanced military, we are the richest country in the world, and we have the most advanced military. If Trump wants you dead, then guess what? You're fucking dead. Little did I know how right I was.
There's a laser? Wait, what? Take a look at this. So one of the security guards that was loyal to Nicolas Maduro has come forward, and they have told their story of what it was like when America attacked. the security guard. On the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. Interviewer, so what happened next? After the drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number. Maybe 20 men, but those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything that we had fought before. And then the battle began. Yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance.
This is the guy that got interviewed that was part of Maduro's, like, security team.
They were shooting with such precision and speed, it seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds a minute. We couldn't do anything. Oh my god. Is this Warhammer lore? Yeah, exactly. And
Yo, they literally brought in the Halo shock troops, man. They fucking destroyed Maduro's security team.
Their own weapons, didn't they help? No, they did not help at all, because it wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose.
Think about that. They fucked this dude up, bro. They fucked these people up. They did. It's crazy.
Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. And your comrades, did they manage to resist? No, not at all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after the sonic weapons.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I doubt that this is the amount of technology the United States has. This is probably just the bird's fucking nose hole of the iceberg. There's an iceberg. There's the giga iceberg underneath the water. There's the iceberg top. There's the bird that's on the fucking iceberg. There's the beak of the iceberg. And then we're the fucking nose. I would imagine that the technology that the United States military has. Think about this. If we were able to do that, think about what other technology hasn't been unveiled yet. We have the most powerful people in the world developing this technology. Who knows what we haven't seen or heard?
Whatever it was. Oh my god. You know what they should do? They should play this interview as a recruitment ad for the United States military. Those 20 men without a single casualty killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I'd never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after the sonic weapon or whatever it was. So do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Without a doubt, I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks they can fight the United States. They have no idea what they're capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with. And now that Trump has said Mexico is on the list, do you think the situation will change in Latin America? Definitely. Everyone is already talking about this. No one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone thinks twice.
You know what's crazy? I think Trump, in his own way, is handling the immigration. Let me tell you why. If you've got Mexico, for example, sending in hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants into this country, what better way to take care of that than to cut the head of the snake off? Take care of the president, let the country figure it out, and it solves itself. Think about that. Trump didn't just look at the big picture, he looked at the whole goddamn wall. What better way to solve immigration than to solve the individual countries themselves?
What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region. There's a laser? Wait, what? Oh my god! A 60 kilowatt class directed laser energy developed by Lockheed Martin. Oh my God. And this is what they felt comfortable even showing. They literally spin in the Space Marines and the Psychers to fucking mind control and blow up the brains of these other people. Like, this actually was a Warhammer 40K operation.
Exactly. Exactly. So Iran is, for the last time I heard about, oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. Because there was more.
I got 10 years of law enforcement experience. I also was an assistant district attorney.
Hold on. Here we go. This one. So there was a U-Haul truck that drove into... Oh, that's demonstrator. Oh, yeah. Iranian demonstrators in Los Angeles.
We want to take you to some breaking news out of Los Angeles. We have this from a Fox News reporter, Matt Seedorf, saying breaking a U-Haul truck drove into a pro-Iranian demonstration outside a federal building in Westwood. Los Angeles police are on the scene. The number of injuries is unknown. And this is some video from the scene there where a Free Iran protest was happening, and a live look at that protest right now. Still a large crowd gathered there. Again, we are hearing from Fox 11 Los Angeles reporter Matt Seedorf that a U-Haul truck drove into that crowd of pro-Iranian demonstrators outside of a federal building in Westwood.
That's the reason why you can't let these fucking people get all up on a goddamn road, dude.
On the scene there, and
it's not even just for the vehicles. It's for your own fucking safety. Get out of the fucking road.
Don't know how many injuries are reported. Another look at that U-Haul truck on the scene there just a few moments ago. We got the shot overhead. Again, this U-Haul truck, it's being reported it drove into this pro-Iranian demonstration in Westwood, Los Angeles. We're going to continue to follow this news. We don't know how many people were injured. We're still following this. You can see LAPD vehicles on the scene and that U-Haul with some crime scene tape around it. This is from...
Just imagine you in this U-Haul right here. Just imagine you in this U-Haul and you got all this going on around you.
To the uptake, like
you can't tell me you wouldn't be scared. Look what they doing to his car. Look, he's on the other side. Look. Hold on. He's sitting there destroying the U-Haul. You know what's really sad? Is that this dude probably just rented this U-Haul. It's the New York Post. We're gonna watch the New York Post. This man terrified. Look what they doing. Look what they doing. Bro, you can't even drive a U-Haul to go pick his dude. Just imagine this dude just trying to move apartments, right? Thank God he didn't have any of his stuff in there. Just imagine you trying to move your apartment, you trying to move somewhere, and you got all these motherfucking schizos around your car doing like, and you expect him not to plow through the crowd? Dude, he's fucking terrified. He rented that van, and these assholes are sitting there destroying it. The fuck are you supposed to do? Just sit there and let it fucking happen?
Breaking news from an Iran protest happening right now in West LA. Air 7 was overhead right when a large crowd got going after someone into a U-Haul. Now, to put some context to this entire situation, there was a planned protest for 2 o'clock this afternoon outside the federal building in Westwood. That protest was called Anti-Iranian Regime Rally. Well, about 3:30 this afternoon, just as Air 7 flew over this protest to kind of get eyes on what was happening, this is what happened. That U-Haul drove through a very large crowd of protesters. It's difficult to tell how many people. We are told by LAPD nobody was injured in this, but you can see this quickly became a very...
I love how they used this planned protest bullshit. If it was planned, then why wouldn't the police be there barricading off the road? Obviously, that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Very tense situation. There was a driver inside that U-Haul. You can see him interacting with protesters.
Leave it to ABC to fucking to word wise you, huh?
Here is police this video here. More information.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. What the fuck is this? Check out Decoy W Decoy. Hell yeah, Decoy.
Everybody knew the riots were coming, but nobody knew how stupid they would be, as of course Minneapolis was going to shut down.
Say it clear! Say it loud! Say it clear! Immigrants are welcome here! Immigrants are welcome here!
Essentially building another autonomous zone just shows how little they knew about the last one, where their magic space away from law enforcement just resulted in several women being SA, 4 separate shootings in 10 days, including 2 black kids getting popped by the Chaz security, with one of them losing their life.
Well,
BLM seemed oddly silent about that tragedy, so of course they think a second attempt at an autonomous zone will work. But these protests range from being silly to straight up sacrificing themselves for the cause.
Let's go, Chase.
Us, interfering with us, honking your horn, blocking our cars, you have a very high probability of making a really bad decision and being arrested today, okay?
I think I'm making exactly
I'm not.
the right decision. Oh, then why are you giving her a warning?
I'm giving her a warning to not interfere with what we're doing, to not make a bad decision today and ruin your life.
Well, bad
okay,
decisions.
thank you.
That's funny coming from you.
Okay, alrighty.
She's literally recreating the same exact scenario she's protesting, but the smug look on her face makes me think, at least to her, the
And you wonder why the lady prior to that was shot and killed.
tragedy of the initial shooting was a success, and she wants this to happen. But securing yourself and your loved ones is apparently beyond their comprehension.
I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Because this was my DoorDash lady. I don't even know the lady. She just ran to my house.
See, what they gotta do is they gotta break down that door after they get a federal warrant. They gotta arrest her for aiding and abetting, and then they gotta arrest that Hispanic lady and get her the fuck out of the country.
All right. I have a baby here. Like, I really don't know what to do. I'll open the door if the police, say that I have to open the door, but like, I don't know what to do. This lady just was shot yesterday. Now I ordered fucking food and there's people outside my fucking house.
Cheyenne, I'm on my way, okay? All right.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm so scared. James, come downstairs.
Cheyenne?
Simultaneously demanding the credentials of who you openly admit are federal agents, but not the random unknown person that burst into your home.
Right? Seriously? Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. Somebody come up into my house and I order DoorDash. Someone's getting a beat down and a bullet. Best believe.
By your baby is peak levels of brainwashing. Thinking the feds are more dangerous than a fugitive, all because of lies they told you about an innocent lady just dropping off her kids at school, getting confused, trying to drive away, only to get shot in the face. Except the cops' camera shows they knew they were feds, were there specifically to block and antagonize them, then skidded out right into the ICE agent. But the mainstream media told them otherwise, which sadly results in a
Well, that's what happens when you got CNN making fucking video titles on social media that literally just say ICE agent kills protester, or like ICE agent kills woman or some shit like that, dude. Like, come on.
ICE than a stranger bursting into a home. But this newly surfaced video won't change their minds as they continue to move the goalpost.
That stands out to me is the question that was just brought up. Why is this person filming?
Strange how the demand for body-worn cameras has suddenly
He was filming because, let me tell you something. He was filming because he had been struck 6 months prior and dragged 300 feet, fucktard.
Well, now you need a reason to record an interaction, because now
I do think body cams, I want these ICE agents to have body cams. It's not only to hold the people that are trying to make these false accusations accountable, but it's to hold the agents themselves accountable if they do something they're not supposed to be doing. I think body cams would be an amazing thing. I don't know how these guys don't have body cams.
Evidence shows she drove into him at the command of her wife, who later...
Just imagine if he wasn't recording. Just imagine.
Admitted it was her fault. Now Mayor Frey has to downplay the attack.
Donald Trump said that...
Look at that. The lady came forward and said it was her fault. The wife.
Now Mayor Frey has to... at the command of her wife, who later admitted it was her fault. Now Mayor Frey has to...
And you know what they need to do? They need to put that bitch in jail for 20 years. For attempted murder.
Downplay the attack.
Donald Trump said that Renee ran the ICE agent over.
Oh, what happened, big dog? You was talking when you first got on that podium before the federal investigation was done. How much of a big man you were. You know, you had that mic shoved up your ass so far. Get the fuck out of here, ICE! What happened? You was talking big shit.
Don't take my word for it. Don't take their word for it. Watch the video from every single angle. I mean, the ICE agent walked away with a hip injury that he might as well have gotten from closing a refrigerator door with his hips.
He ended up in the hospital. If it was that kind of injury, then why did he end up in the hospital? It's because he got hit by a fucking car, asshole.
He was not injured. I've seen worse injuries from doing that.
So you actually met up with this man and you talked to him. Interesting.
There's more evidence they don't want.
That's interesting considering the minute he got out of the hospital, he was put in protective custody. So like his name, his identity, his family's identity, all that's been switched around. It's interesting to me how he knows that.
Activity when they already made up their mind about the situation and will always find backwards rationalization to support their opinion. With their supporters doing the same, already raising $1.5 million for her left-behind family. And again, I too wish she was alive, especially in such a senseless incident like blocking...
It's such a stupid-ass way to die, too. It's such a dumb-ass way to die. Such a fucking retarded way to die. What the fuck?
ICE with your vehicles that has been proven to do absolutely nothing to stop deportations. But it's insane to think a woman can shout, "Drive, baby, drive," resulting in her wife losing her life, then gets to become a millionaire on the other side.
Right.
All because leftists can propagate lies around why. As we keep seeing images like this on the right.
Yeah, that dude tried to grab the gun from him. Yeah, this guy tried to grab the gun out of his hands and then the dude just ate a face full of powder.
That guy that get pepper-bowled in the face, conveniently omitting he was grabbing the gun.
Mm-hmm.
With hyper-left...
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I got pepper-balled in the face, really? Why did you get pepper-balled in the face? No reason. Oh yeah, what's this video that went mega viral of you getting shot in the face after you tried to grab an agent's gun? Fucktard.
To suppress inconvenient facts. And all this does is promote more protests and become angry riots, causing more senseless loss of life. They know this, they don't care, so now we're seeing 24-hour civil unrest across the country.
Walk her back, walk her back. Step back. Step back. She hit a vehicle.
Oh, she hit a vehicle. So she was driving like that one dumbass did and she struck a vehicle and she probably drove off too, didn't she? So now they got her ass. They got her bitch ass.
And this riot season will likely be much more mild for a variety of reasons. The snow outside stops slacktivists from showing up. Trump is in office, so the Fed charges will be much more swift and stronger. And without USAID, there's no funding mysteriously organizing everybody.
I feel like there's another one. I feel like somebody else is funding this. There is somebody else or some other organization that's probably within our federal government that is giving these people money. That's why 3 hours after they catch Maduro on a Saturday, they're out there with brand new polished signs at 7 a.m. after Trump gets done with it at 3 a.m. There is somebody else paying for this. Somebody else is funding this, and they need to figure out who the fuck it is and get rid of it.
As in LA, the guys allegedly on the same side are fist fighting.
People are fucking getting killed by ICE, and you want to come out here doing your fucking little opportunity trying to fundraise people, trying to fundraise, trying to get people to vote for you. Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Anger boiling over outside the federal building in downtown LA.
Punched me in the face. I don't know. There was like a little bit of a...
Oh, I don't know why he punched me in the face. I have no idea.
There was a little scuffle. I was trying to break things up, and then all of a sudden I just got hit in the face.
As the left always eventually eats itself. I just don't think we've seen it happen this fast. But at least in some cities, they have certain idiots willing to sacrifice themselves.
He's been laughing. Sorry,
Yeah.
I need you to have a white person near you so they can beat me up first.
If anything, I'm gonna be the first one, not you.
No, throw me in front. I have really good insurance.
Okay, I'm gonna be recording here, okay?
The brainwashing has to be insanely strong to get these idiots to say, "Let me be your human shield because I have health insurance," thinking it makes them look courageous, not idiotic. But their stupidity keeps getting worse.
Shooting her in the face.
Bro, there's nothing but a bunch of grown-ass kids that have health insurance and nice things that are literally throwing them all away because they don't know any better. It's kind of crazy.
Like that after she drops her kid off at school. We have to show up with, we have to. There's no other way around it. I don't care if I don't have a Minnesota carry permit. I'm unarmed right now, but this is the last time I show up to face these guys without a weapon.
This guy's...
You see, you don't want to do that, and let me tell you why you don't want to do that. See, if you show up to a protest and you have weapons, and they don't, let's just say that if you think it's bad now, the amount of people that will either be shot and killed after that because you're bringing live rounds to a quote-unquote protest will probably be minuscule compared to what's going to happen, because you just can't do that. You see, you can't call a riot a protest and expect everyone to accept that it's a protest. You can't call flag burning as a good thing and expect everyone to think that it's a good thing. You can't call bringing a gun or a firearm or a baby to a protest as cannon fodder or as a way to get rid of ICE agents a good thing and expect people to just go along with it. Because it's just not going to end well for you. I promise you, it's not going to go as well as you think it will. It's not. You realize that America has lost a firefighter because someone was trying to gun down Donald Trump at a rally? You understand how this is only going to go one way, right? Because the more you try and hurt these people that are trying to do their job, the more the federal government's going to push back. You wanted this lady as a martyr whenever she got shot and killed in her car because she was trying to run somebody over. And the government retaliated by sending in the National Guard. I know that the mayor thinks that he did it, but I guarantee you that was the first stage in what Trump was Trump's retaliation towards this was sending in the National Guard to keep things under control. And more ICE agents. By the way, whenever this happened, they sent in a surge of 1,000 ICE agents into Minneapolis. You thought you could hurt one ICE agent, and instead they surged 1,000%. You're not going to make the federal government just go away. It's not how it works.
going to land himself in prison, hopefully without anybody getting hurt. But again, the brainwashing has to be at cult levels for him to openly admit, on camera, I'm gonna commit a felony. And the only thing worse than a useful idiot on the street saying this is Philadelphia sheriffs saying arguably worse.
Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None.
They're wearing a mask because these protesters are doxing them and harassing their families. It's very widely known why they're doing it. They're doing it for that reason, because they have a job to do, and they don't want their families to get dragged into this because of a bunch of schizo freaks like yourself. I can tell you exactly why they're doing it.
None.
And I love that they're so quick to say that, but whenever we watch that guy burn the flag in that crowd and then leave, he had a mask on. No one talked about that.
If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will wish you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you.
You mean federal agents, the FBI, the people that are above your government, the ones that make the laws for the entire country and pretty much own and can change the Constitution at will? The people that gave you your job? You mean those people? The ones that push federal laws across the entire country, whether the individual states like it or not? Those people?
From going to jail.
For her to claim real cops don't wear masks makes me think she has little...
Yeah, I'd imagine they wouldn't wear masks. It's not like they're helping out the ICE facilities anyway. I mean, I love that whenever there's an ICE facility that pops up in a city, the amount of crime surges by like 300% because none of the police officers want to get involved. Like, they have literal assaults that happen outside the ICE facilities, and the police refuse to be dispatched out there. Instead of working with the ICE agents so that way you can get this process done faster and then get them out of the city, we're going to sit here and do this weird stuff. Like, Trump needs to invoke the Insurrection Act, call martial law, and be done with this. He needs to be done with this. We all need to be done with this nonsense.
But here she is, the sheriff, essentially suggesting civil war. And the only thing worse than local law enforcement facing off with the feds is the kids. Where disgraced Governor...
Yeah, they keep bringing fucking kids to the rallies and stuff. Dude, there's only one reason why you would bring a kid to that. And that's to use as a fucking meat shield. You're a piece of shit. You should have your fucking kids taken away.
Down the public schools, not even with remote learning. Which makes absolutely zero sense unless you want them with nothing better to do than be in the streets protesting on behalf of Tim Walz's cause. And that's exactly what's happening with parents coordinating where to bring their kids. It's incredibly dangerous for them to be there, and the incident they're protesting proves it. But yet the entire system, from the liberal media obstructing the truth.
I love how they can't push their gender ideology slop on these kids anymore, so now they're just gonna have them get fucking assaulted by ICE agents, police officers, and the National Guard instead. Let's just do that since we can't push gender ideology into schools, right?
Politicians closing schools to the parents putting the narrative over their own kids' safety. They're basically begging for another tragedy to use against the Orange Man for enforcing border laws, as I honestly think this is just to force a sort of civil war in Minnesota, not to protect random moms dropping off their kids at school, but to protect the politicians that I believe are likely implicated in this billion-dollar fraud.
I think he's absolutely right. I feel like a lot of these politicians like Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, and probably the governor of Minnesota are heavily implicated in the federal investigation that's going on with all that fraud with Somalians. and they know that their shit's cooked, and the only way they're going to get out of it is if they make an absolute chaos scene. They defund the police, they get the police out of there, and they turn that place into a fucking war zone, and they try to slip away. They have the money. They just need to slip away without being noticed. I genuinely think that's what's going on. And I think that Trump should invoke the Insurrection Act. He should put in martial law so that way he can get these people because they're a flight risk at this point. Like, they're just waiting for the city to break out into a war zone, and then they're gonna dip. I guarantee you. They're gonna dip to some foreign country where they can seek sovereignty, or like they're gonna try to go to some country where they think that they're gonna be safe.
About the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
that's right. The Iran cut off the they cut off the internet, and then Elon Musk activated Starlink in the area so that way they could have their internet. Bro, like between Twitter and Starlink, Elon Musk is paving the way to the new world, bro. I'm telling you. Elon's got his shit together.
We're now learning that the death toll has risen to 203 in Iran, and one of the
they were opening fire on crowds of people that were protesting the government. From what I understand, the hospitals, because like in the time that they turned off the internet, because Trump has already threatened the regime in Iran. He said that if you continue to open fire on crowds of people, that he's going to step in. And so what they did is they turned off the internet, and then they filled up like all the hospitals. Like the reports that are coming out saying that like the hospitals were like, they didn't just hit max capacity, they like went over it by a shitload in Iran. Like people were just spilling into the hospitals.
Remarkable things about this is watching these images that are we're seeing out of Iran. The government, of course, has cut off the internet to the entire country. They've even cut off landlines. Like
whenever I think of freedom of speech now, I always think of Elon. I'm sorry, dude. Like Elon is paving the way for, like, that's the whole reason why we're so split now, even in our own countries, because Elon took over X, and it's hard to get banned on X. It's insanely hard. Like people post straight up porn on there now.
Timey phone lines. Because they're trying to keep these images from getting out.
Yeah.
They've been cutting electricity to cities. And in stepped Elon Musk with Starlink. The reason that we're seeing these images right now is because Starlink, using satellites over Iran, is able to, and it's not a perfect system. It's not everybody has the access that they want or that they need, but enough of these images and video is getting out, which is the only reason we're seeing this. And one of the things I think is so interesting about this is that, and a real question is the number of outlets, mainstream media outlets, who are ignoring this story for some reason. For some reason, they don't.
That's exactly what Asman was saying. Asman was saying that there are, like, every media outlet is, like, the staggering number of media outlets that are just ignoring this is insanity. CNN hasn't talked about it. ABC7 hasn't talked about it. MSNBC hasn't talked about it. Nobody is talking about this other than Fox News and Asman. Yet you're supposed to believe everything they're talking about, though, right? Like, this is a complete government they're overthrowing their government. From the last thing that I heard was on Friday, and he had fled to Russia. The ruler of Iran fled to Russia.
That this is the biggest story probably in the Middle East. It was so big that even the military that is supposed to be opening fire, the crowds, were laying their guns down and joining the crowds. Like, this is massive. This is huge. In nearly 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, make no mistake.
Like, even Elon Musk stepped in to allow these people to use the internet.
Images make a difference because public opinion globally makes a difference. I still remember, I don't know, it was 4 years ago when the Cubans had an uprising, and it was quite significant. And what they wanted was video images to go out to the world, not just of the protests, but also of the repression when the government finally got control and started to arrest and beat down many of the protesters.
And Trump isn't trying to get involved with this because it's going to look bad if we did what we did to Maduro to Iran. Like, these people have to learn how to overthrow their government and make it better for themselves. We really shouldn't get involved with this at all. At all. They have to fight for what they believe in, and they have to fight their government. Because if we step in, it's not going to look good, like, worldwide. Then you're going to have other nations that are like, well, you guys did this, and da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, you put this person in charge, and da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, dude, like, no.
And they were begging Joe Biden for the ability, to send some help for satellites so they could get those images out. And Joe Biden said no. But then when the same things happened 2 years ago.
It's nice to see that Elon just stepped in and was like, I got you guys. It's sad that they can't rely on our politics to help out, help them get their media out to us and let us know what's going on. But I love that the richest man in the world is just like giving the middle finger to whole countries. It's great.
Venezuela, Elon Musk, they didn't have to beg Joe Biden for anything. They were able to get it from Elon Musk, just as the Iranians are doing. So Elon Musk, just as he freed Twitter, really playing a giant role.
He really did free Twitter. I know you guys are like, no, he didn't do that. He really did. He completely took the bars off that all these sponsors were doing. Like, he single-handedly could lead the way for the change in sponsorship for every platform. He really can. Because, like, every sponsor was like, well, you can't do this. And he's like, fuck you. I've got enough money. I don't need your fucking money. Fuck off. That's literally what he said.
In allowing people to speak freely, and also for all of us to see what's going on.
And to that point, Rachel, you got me thinking, he's also, like, we saw President Trump saying, we've got your back to Iran. Elon Musk is also standing with them. Just 2 days ago, Elon Musk responded to Ayatollah
And the
Khamenei.
only reason why Trump would even step in, like, the Iranian people can't even have weapons, but their government and their military can. So they're just opening fire on all these protesters that have no ability to defend themselves whatsoever.
He has been saber rattling.
If I'm
and
not
saying
mistaken.
he won't be defeated. And Musk tweeted a very famous Persian saying, which is essentially say that the Ayatollah had said, we won't be defeated. And he tweeted out in Farsi. He tweeted out that the phrase that means wishful thinking.
Yeah, you can't own a. Yeah, no. Then, like, you have these women being raped in prisons too. No, I know exactly what was going on with this regime. You have the women that were being raped in prisons and giving birth in prisons. So you have actual prison babies. Like, it's terrible. Like, the things that they did to these people were awful. And to be quite frank, this was a matter of time, especially with how the internet. Like, if you're gonna be a dictatorship, you're either gonna have to be like a little bit like what Russia is, or you're gonna have to be like how Kim Jong-un runs his show over in Korea. Like, you're gonna have to be one or the other, because if you want to be a totalitarian, or like force people to do what you want and then do what Iran was doing, you're gonna have a bad time as a government. You're gonna have a really bad fucking time. Because, like, they're gonna look and see how America is, they're gonna look and see how Europe is, they're gonna look and see how even Russia is, and they're gonna see that even the dictator in Russia isn't as bad as how they have it. And they're gonna be like, no, fuck this, I'm done. And then that's what's gonna happen.
Fantasy that you won't be defeated. And these protesters have been chanting that phrase in these protests. Last point, it is so amazing because Lucas talked about pre-1979 Iran. Anyone under 40 years old is fighting for freedom that they've never known in their life.
Yeah.
That's such a great point. Well, you saw that.
They don't know what freedom is. They've been literally cast as like rats in their own society. It's awful.
Tweet out from Lindsey Graham. A lot of people get nervous when they see Lindsey Graham promoting something, some kind of military foreign action. But it's going to be interesting because we're going to have Patrick Bet-David. He is a refugee from Iran. He's a very famous, as you guys know, podcaster and businessman in America here. And we're going to have him come on to explain, what's going on, what he thinks.
It's crazy, dude.
To an unprecedented level as Tehran cracks down, and activists report more than 200 have been killed.
The Trump administration
200 people killed.
Is reportedly planning on stepping in as the president vows to stand by those protesters and help
This was 13 hours ago.
them reach freedom.
Our next guest fled Tehran as a child and says Iranians have been trying to overthrow the Ayatollah for years. All they needed was that missing piece, Donald Trump. Patrick Bet-David joins us now. Patrick, it's such an honor to have you.
You know what really burns my ass? Well, why couldn't they have used Joe Biden? Because Joe Biden didn't do shit during his election. Bro, I'm fairly certain his wife ran everything in that bitch.
The show, and you're the perfect guest for
Biden
this topic.
was a
We just
joke.
put up a quote from Lindsey Graham, who's definitely in support of President Trump intervening in this case. A lot of people voted for President Trump because they said no more stupid wars. And you understand the implications. I think you understand what has happened in the past. Is this different? If so, why?
Rachel, Griffin, Charlie, great to be on with you guys this morning. Here's what's different about it. For 47 years, here's what's been constant. The Iranian people have been wanting to get away from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard for 47 years. For 47 years, the number one candidate that everybody would talk about that could pull this off is the son of Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, which his name is Reza Pahlavi. Everybody wants him to go back and do it. He's supposed to be the savior. The only difference between the last 47 years and today is there's a guy at the White House that they fear in Iran. When I mean fear, they know his threats are not regular threats. There are certain people you fight when he tells you, if you say something, I'm going to hit you. And you're like, no, this guy's full of it. When President Trump tells you he's going to do something, he does it. Iranians remember when he took out Qasem Soleimani, and they realized this is not a regular guy to play around with. But here's what I will tell you. Emotions are very high right now, very, very high right now. And people around the world who are Iranians that want to go back and see their country, all of us remember the history of Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, how amazing of a job he did. He gets criticized a lot. But to us Iranians who came from there, I was born during that time, and my family stayed in Iran for 11 more years. So I lived in Iran under Khomeini for 11 years. But here's what's happening that media is not talking about. We're hearing reporting about 200 people. Why would Khamenei and Pezeshkian turn off the internet for 3 days? The numbers I'm getting...
That's what I said. That's what I had said whenever it happened. I was like, oh, they about to kill a bunch of people. I guarantee you it's not 200. I can almost promise you that a lot more people died.
1,000, 4,000, doctors, hospitals sending reports saying these numbers are higher than it is.
Yeah, like the hospitals and the doctors that were reaching out on Twitter have, mind you, said that the hospitals were so over capacity that the fucking tiles were red. Like, and you could imagine what that means that the tiles were red.
And there's a couple things going on, but I'll pause here. There may be a follow-up question from you guys.
Well, one of the things I think is kind of interesting, and I'd be interested if you have noticed this, I feel like many of the outlets, mainstream media outlets, seem to be ignoring this story. Do you see that? And if they are, why are they ignoring the story?
It is a complete blackout on the Iranian, well, politically it goes against what they're doing and what they're standing for. But the reality of it is you got nearly 4,000 people, according to reports that are coming from there. Here's what they're not talking about. This may be the most important thing. They're burning down mosques. Why are you burning down mosques? You see a lot of people holding out signs saying, I'm Persian, but I'm not an Islamist. You hear all these candidates about, hey, I'm going to be able to save Iran. I'm going to be able to do this. And the media not wanting to cover something like this. The most important thing right now is the courageous Iranian people who are on the streets going and doing their part. If we do it right, the combination, remember, sometimes you got to realize God is sometimes does certain things in its own magical way. This is the 47th year of the Islamic revolution that happened under Khomeini. And this is the 47th president. If the stars are lined up, if God is watching over us, this may be the first year in 47 years that Iran could be free with a big help by the president of the United States of America, which is President Donald J. Trump.
Patrick.
Isn't he the 47th president? I think he is, isn't he?
We've got left here. I did want to ask you, because
the
you are old
47th
enough to have been
president of the United
born
States?
in the pre-1979 era, but to see
It is.
these protesters.
He's right. No, he has. That's the reason why he's saying 47. Donald J. Trump is the 47th president.
In their teens, 20, 30 years old, that have never known anything other than the life under the Islamic regime. It's remarkable to see that.
You have to respect what they're doing. They are the heroes. The parents, imagine you're a parent. I got 4 kids. Imagine you go to sleep and your kids are out in the streets. You're talking to your wife. You're talking to your husband. Where is Joey? Where is Johnny? And they're out there.
I'd be stealing so much shit, bro. I ain't even lying. I'd be out there stealing all kinds of shit. Every day I'd have a new TV. I'd be selling that bitch on eBay when this is all over with. Shit.
Because they want to be free. They're willing to put their lives on the line because they want to be free. Imagine how powerful freedom is. They don't have that in Iran right now.
Yeah, it is a remarkable moment.
Yo, W protests in Iran, by the way. W protests in Iran. I don't care about Fox Business. Hold on. I want to see if there's any more about this. Wait, what is this? Cross a red line.
The Senate is expected to take up a final vote on the War Powers Resolution this week, with only a simple majority vote needed to pass. Joining me now ahead of all of that is South Carolina. Why is the Senate trying to clip President Trump's wings at a time that the world is getting more dangerous? We just saw what's going on right now in Iran.
The War Powers Act was passed in 1973 by a bunch of liberal Democrats. It's a power grab by the Congress against the commander-in-chief. Every president since 1973 has rejected the idea that Congress can substitute our judgment for theirs. So what these 5 are good friends. They're creating a situation where you have 535 commander-in-chiefs, not one. There's never been a court case in the history of the country where a military operation was terminated by the Supreme Court because Congress didn't approve. There have been 130 military operations by the commander-in-chief without congressional approval. So here's my point. You're creating a disaster for the country. If a member of Congress doesn't like what the president's doing as commander-in-chief militarily, cut off funding for that operation. We have power of the purse. You can do that. If you think the president doing something illegally, you can impeach him. But we can't have a situation where Congress becomes commander-in-chief. That would be a disaster. This is an unconstitutional power grab. To my colleagues, you're doing a lot of damage. You're emboldening our enemies. You're restricting President Trump. Unconstitutionally sound, doing a lot of damage. Stop it.
Senator, over the weekend, you tweeted about it.
What you're doing is wrong. Go ahead.
Senator, over the weekend, you tweeted to the Iranian
over the Ayatollah. President Trump says, if you continue to kill your people, all hell will break out, all hell to pay. That's as strong as when Reagan said.
So they trying to prevent this? That's kind of crazy that all these media places aren't covering this. And then to boot in the Congress themselves, they're trying to prevent any intervention.
Mr. Gorbachev tear down this wall. President Trump is not Obama. He picked the people over the Ayatollah. Here's what's going to happen. We got to make action match spot now. This is the biggest deal since the want him. If we can get rid of him, it'd be the best thing could ever happen. But if he stays, if after the
it's going to be bad, dude. If he stays, there will probably be public executions of everyone that was in any footage of them and their family. Because that's what they do. They don't just go after you, they go after your whole fucking family, dude. Like, I really feel bad for the Iranian people that the American government is just it's got their head so far up their ass they can't do shit, dude. It's kind of sad, honestly.
Why anti-brain free Palestine mob is not calling to free Iran. Spoiler, it's because it exposes the truth in their lies. Okay, let's listen to this.
So these are the people that were crying, Palestine and Israel, Palestine and Israel.
Hello, Iranian here. They keep asking the same question. Why are lefties, why are the loudest pro-Gaza voices completely silent when it comes to Iran?
Because they've been completely intellectually and emotionally captured by the idea that Islam is a religion of oppressed people. So they cannot go and look at Islam as a religion of oppression because it breaks their programming. And that's the programming that they've created for themselves whenever they have, like, almost everything inside of their ideology is built off of an oppressor and an oppressed dichotomy. And so as soon as you understand that, everything else makes sense.
Well, the answer is simple, because the truth exposes the lie. Because acknowledging Iran would shatter the ideological fantasy that they built. Let's be clear. Islamic Republic of Iran is not a victim of Western imperialism.
Yeah.
It is a theocratic authoritarian regime that survives by exporting violence, funding Islamists, and crushing its own people.
You have to realize that the person that is running Iran is funding terrorist organizations all over the world. He is taking his people's money, making them literally live in squalor, and sending all of that money to terrorists all over the fucking world. All over the world. The fall of the Iranian government is the best thing for freedom all over the world.
I'm gonna play that again. That's an important one. We're gonna listen to that one more time.
That survives by exporting violence, funding Islamists, and crushing its own people.
It does. And this is the other thing, too, is that, like, very clearly the sanctions on Iran have negatively affected Iran. But if you have sanctions on you, don't you think that you should be allocating your money to things besides funding terrorist groups? Like, where's your priority list there, right? I mean, if you're already getting sanctioned, why are you sending money to terrorists? Volume up? Okay, I'll turn it up. Sorry about that.
Yes, it funds Hamas, it funds Hezbollah, it funds all the little proxies around the region and around the world with Iranian people's money, not the government.
And there's plenty of white girls in America that love Hamas. They do.
Money, not the regime money, stolen money taken from the worker who cannot afford bread in Iran right now. Families.
I think that people haven't even seen this, is that this is what the inflation looks like in Iran.
This is in 2 years. Look at that. Look at that. 2024 to 2025. Look at that jump. Look at that.
2010, it was 1 to 10,000. Now it's 1 to 1.38 million. Think about that. That's in literally 16 years. Holy shit. You think it's bad here? Oh my God.
Crushed by inflation, taken from women who are beaten, jailed, tortured, raped for refusing religious obedience. And this is why lefties are silent.
This is another component that needs to be discussed more.
Like, you realize that this all got sparked over a woman whose hijab was not, like, on properly, so they took her. They did exactly what they think ICE is doing here in America. They took a bunch of masked people, took her, put her in jail, and then they ended up killing her.
Is that
because her hijab wasn't on correctly?
Terrorist organizations rape the fuck out of these women. They do, obviously they do. That's why, for example, they had problems recovering the bodies. The reason why is they probably had to destroy the bodies in order to make sure that there's no evidence that they've been raped. Obviously. Why do you think they're having so much trouble only getting the women's bodies? It's just logic. Of course that's what they're gonna do. They rape little boys too? Of course they do.
Because Hamas fits their narrative, but Iranian people don't.
Exactly.
Because Islamist violence against Israelis can be reframed as a resistance.
Yep, exactly. Islamic violence against Israelis can be formed as a resistance. Exactly. This is the oppressor and oppressed. That's what I said before.
But Islamist violence against Iranian exposes the truth. Right now, as you're watching this, Iran, a country of more than 92 million people, is being erased in real time. Near total blackout for more than 24 hours. No internet, no call services, no connectivity whatsoever. And yet silence. No emergency protests on Western campuses, no
Nothing.
They are trying everything in their power, including probably paying off some of these media places, to not show this. They are trying to hide this. Even our own Congress is trying to go against Trump stopping this. But you want to tell me that our Congress isn't paid?
Nothing. From all of these activists, all of these people out there that are crying and screeching to try to keep illegal aliens in their country are not supporting Iran that's trying to overthrow an Islamic government that rapes and murders them.
hashtags, no solidarity statements, no megaphones, no tears. Because Iranian suffering does not fit their agenda. Because leftist movements today are not driven by human rights. They are driven by selective outrage and ideological loyalty.
There it is.
Man.
It's the same thing that happened with Maduro, and they saw how that went, so that's why they're not going to get involved with Iran. They're not going to win that. When you had Iranian people as counter-protesters to the protesters of the capture of Maduro, you lost. You lost big, buddy. You lost big. They didn't expect the backlash from the counter-protesters to be actual Venezuelans that had to flee from their own country.
They will scream about censorship unless it's done by an Islamist regime.
That's right.
They will condemn the state violence unless it's wrapped in religious language.
That's right.
They will chant Free Palestine. But
well, not religious, explicitly Islamic. Because they'd condemn it if it was Christian. Because Christian is white-coded and Islamic isn't. That's the reason why.
They will never say Free Iran because that will require admitting something unforgivable. That political Islam is not liberation, it is domination.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, any theocratic government is going to be like that. Absolutely.
And that is exactly what's been happening in the West, by the way.
Yeah.
That the Islamic Republic is not anti-imperialist. It is imperial toward its own people. That Hamas is not some isolated resistance group. It is part of a broader Islamist ecosystem that is funded, trained, and sustained by the regimes like Islamic Republic in Iran. And here's the part that...
And you can see how bad Americans have gotten brainwashed because they got mad at Zoran because he condemned Hamas. Like Hamas, that is a recognized by America terrorist group. They expected...
No. Here's the thing that you failed to say, Asman. Recognized by Trump. Anything that involves Trump, has anything to do with Trump, these people are automatically against it. Why? Who the fuck knows at this point? Seriously, who the fuck knows? He captured Maduro, a fucking dictator that killed his own people. Oh, we're gonna protest. Oh, we're gonna bro, like, what are we doing anymore? We gotta protest against a lady that tried to run over a federal agent and then she got shot and killed like a piece of trash. She was a domestic terrorist. They charged her as a domestic terrorist. Like,
mayor of New York
even
City.
Her own spouse said it was her fault.
To go out and say that he's not going to condemn Hamas. That's crazy. There are more non-white Christians worldwide. Oh, I mean, nowadays, Africans love Jesus. They do. They love the guy.
Are not silent. They are being silenced.
Yep.
And the silence from the Western left, well, that's a choice. A choice to protect an ideology, a choice to excuse Islamism, a choice to look away when millions of people are suffering. Because their suffering, Iranian people's suffering, complicates a slogan. History will remember this moment. It will remember who spoke for universal freedom and who decided that some lives matter less than preserving a narrative.
What we are seeing right now the capture of Maduro, the overthrowing of Iranian government, the censorship of the Iranian government being overthrown, the Elon Musk using his satellites to help these people get their word out. We are seeing a global shift in the narrative in a way that I never thought I'd ever see in my lifetime. Like, it's so bad that they're trying to call Trump a dictator and a terrorist, and he's out there getting dictators and terrorists. It's crazy. How can you possibly sit here and be against this? And you have people from that country, you have people from that walk of life telling you, help. We need help. Please help us. And you have these people that have fled their own country in America, counter-protesting these retarded Americans that have never set foot in Venezuela once, saying, I'm Venezuelan, what are you? Who are you? You have political people going against the intervention of the United States in Iran, trying to act like our commander-in-chief, the president, doesn't even matter who's in charge, who is actively saying if you continue to cause a bloodbath in your country by using your military to shoot and kill protesters, we will intervene. Nah, man.
Long live Iran.
Man.
Look at all the people. Look at all the people. You want to tell me that we have look at this. This is the people in Iran. Or Iran. Look at them. This isn't a protest. This is an overthrowing of a terrorist, schizo, killer government.
Incredible. And also, like, everything's all lit up. I thought they turned out the power. So, has to be AI? Yeah, I thought it was. And seriously considering launching strikes on Iran, why am I not surprised? I think that's obvious.
And nobody's talking about that. We're going to talk about the domestic terrorist that got shot and killed because she was trying to run over a police officer. We're going to talk about that, though. And you want to know what our president is doing for us? This is what our president's doing for us. If you really want to know. Oh, how will this help anything?
But we're buying $200 billion worth of bonds, so that's a pretty big deal. You've seen mortgage rates actually go into the fives today. That is a huge deal for the American people. So you've got the ban on institutional home buying, plus you got mortgage rates in the 5%.
He didn't talk about banning it. He did it. Trump made it illegal for big corporations to buy up houses. He banned it.
Is a huge week for housing in the country. We've completely changed the narrative on housing, I think, especially after these last 4 years of hell that we've had in the housing market.
The Trump administration touting progress in reforming the housing market. President Trump announced a ban on corporate purchases of single-family homes last week. And he ordered government-backed firms, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, to buy $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities. Mr. Trump took to Truth Social saying, quote, people live in homes, not corporations. Joining us now,
And you want to tell me this man's not doing right by the American people? You can kiss my fucking ass.
Dominic Tavella, president and CIO at Lebenthal Global Advisors. So, for instance, this bond buyback, what does that do for the housing market, Dominic?
Well, it does put downward pressure on mortgage rates. And in fact, we saw about 0.25%, a little less, mortgage rates, 30-year mortgage rate just dropped just under 6%. So it did help. And we're grateful.
That's crazy. I had 720 credit, and I was trying to get a house mortgage, and they were trying to charge me 5%. 10 years ago, the homeowner that I was talking to, whose house I was trying to get, she had a 3% interest rate on her mortgage. It was actually a little bit lower than that, and she had worse credit than me.
Anything this administration can do
When she got her home, of course.
To ease up the regulations and ease up the affordability, we're all in on that. But when we do some quick math on a 0.25% drop on a 30-year mortgage,
Oh, but it's just 2%. If you do 2% of a home mortgage, that's a shitload. That's almost double the mortgage. So like 6% is almost double, if not a little bit more than the original mortgage, like the original cost of the house. So like if you get a house that's $350,000 and you do 6% of that, like with all the other stuff that has to come with it, because in order to even buy a house in Texas, you need to have homeowners insurance. So like you have to factor that in plus the 6% on top of everything. You have to factor in the paperwork that you have to do for the crossover, all the taxes and shit. You're looking at almost double the house cost at that point.
I actually ran the numbers on a $400,000 mortgage. It saved about $70 a month, John. So again, we'll take it. We're thrilled. We'll anything that puts money in our pocket, I'm all for it. But $70 a month does not make that.
I want to see the death of the insurance companies in America. They are a cancer. They're a fucking scam, bro.
The president put out that post on Truth Social, people live in homes, not corporations.
Amen to that.
And he wants to ban corporate buying of single-family homes. 300,000 homes nationwide, according to our graphic, 300,000 homes nationwide are owned by corporations as investments. Nearly 2% of all U.S. single-family rentals, because that's what they do. They buy them and they rent them. So if the president can get that practice stopped, is that going to make another significant difference?
I wouldn't use the word significant, John, in all fairness, right? So we're looking at 300,000 homes in a country that has millions of homes. Now, if they were forced to sell 300,000 homes and drop them on the market all in one day, then the market would be flooded and that would be depressing to prices. But the idea that they can't buy the next home or the one after that or...
Well, fuck their prices. That's what you get. That's what you get for buying these houses. Fuck your prices. Oh, it's going to deflate the price. Good. That's the point, dimwit. That's the point of doing that, is to deflate the fucking prices. If you bought a 3-bedroom home for $600,000, then you're retarded. That's on you, dumbass. People can't even buy homes right now. Fuck you.
Homes in the
You get what you fucking deserve. You don't need more money. What do you need more money for, bro? You have enough money that your kids will never spend that money in their fucking lifetimes, ever. And they could go out and buy millions of dollars worth of products constantly, every fucking day. Fuck you. Get what you deserve.
Is not really going to move the needle again. And more importantly, these large corporations, the BlackRock,
Bro, like, they have enough money they can give every American $1 million and still have more than enough money to live the rest of their life. And everyone down from there.
Of the world, they're not typically looking to buy one house on your block. They're looking to buy big blocks of homes that are maybe in an apartment complex, a condo complex where they can't.
You're lying. You're lying, motherfucker. You're lying. You're lying. Everyone can see what's going on. Nobody's falling for this bullshit anymore. You're fucking lying. You're lying. These people are fucking lying.
This weekend over the shooting of a Minnesota woman by an ICE officer.
His day will come. Hassan yesterday, it's actually crazy.
And, you know, I've been a defense attorney for a long time. This is just my evaluation of the facts as they are. I think the officer
He's a defense attorney.
As a good defense. And I think a conviction here is probably going to be very, very, very unlikely, even without the political nonsense. The reason...
Who'd have thought the FBI investigators that came down from the White House that investigated this saw what everyone else did when they saw the footage that had a fucking brain?
vehicle and he's actually hit with the vehicle. If that happens, then I don't think there's really going to be any court that's going to say that that's not a serious threat. And
Man, that's too bad, right?
for those facts to manifest themselves, it's going to probably lead to this officer not being charged with anything. They may say this is a good shoot. And in this case, I can see both sides where you could say this may not be as clean a shoot as you want, but I don't think this officer will go to jail. I don't think there's going to be any charges brought. And if there are charges brought, they're going to be brought in vain, because soon as you put an officer in front of a vehicle and the vehicle goes forward and the person's pressing the gas, it's
duh. Fucking duh. Duh. Obviously. No shit.
It's honestly going to be almost impossible to convict that officer. It just is. It's standing in front of a vehicle that's coming at you is a serious threat. And a serious threat doesn't mean it has to kill you. It just has to seriously injure you.
Oh my God.
You can break your leg, for instance. That's a serious threat. Also,
I would say so.
There's a lot of hindsight going on with the political commentary. Like, oh, you see, the officer could have moved out of the way, could have done something else. And the law doesn't work that way. It's not
because it was inside of the reasonable expectation or some sort of like operational prudence. Yeah.
About what could have been done. It's what happened. You're supposed to avoid looking back and saying he should have done this. What happened at the time, and was he being objectively reasonable with the threat that had confronted him?
He was.
Now, some people are saying it's the officer's fault because the officer stayed in front of the car and the officer placed himself in danger.
It doesn't matter. You have a reasonable right to expectation whenever you cross in front of someone's fucking car not to get hit. That's the reason why pedestrians have the right of way, dumbasses. I never said that, but that's the truth. Pedestrians have the right of way. If you are in a car, the pedestrian always have the right of way. The only way they don't is if they throw themselves in front of your car like they're trying to, do themselves in. Pedestrians, by law, have the right of way. You have a legal right to walk on a site on a roadway or ride a bike and have that expectation of the right of way. You are the person that is supposed to be using your vehicle and being vigilant of everything around you. It is a privilege to drive a vehicle, not a right.
That doesn't work. Let's hear how it doesn't work.
Say this. Two things. Number one, if there's a bank robbery, for instance, officers run into the bank and try to stop the bank robbers.
That's why I say the spouse should be charged. The spouse needs to be charged with attempted murder on a federal agent.
The bank robbers are killed. Do you think the bank robbers' argument is going to be the officers intentionally placed themselves in harm? No, because a crime was being committed and they were going to stop that crime.
That's right.
You remember how I said, like, whenever it came to the military, how the military has a job to do, and if that involves killing people, then that's just how it is? It's the same difference. It's just like how I said before.
Response to that question is that the officer being in front of the car doesn't give the person...
Yeah, like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what's going on around you. She made that mental judgment to run into that police officer, and it cost her life. At the end of the day, that's all there is to it.
Sitting in the car
the right to run them over.
And
that's right.
To hit the gas and run down the officer. And
isn't it crazy how something that is so fucking obvious that any rational person can see has been the biggest controversy on the internet for like the last 3 or 4 days?
That's the sad part.
Yes, somebody being in front of your car who happens to be a federal agent who's detaining you does not give you the free rein to accelerate your car while they're in front of you.
And it doesn't even matter who it was. That doesn't give you the right to run them over. Just like what I've been saying the past few days. It could have been anybody. And you still made the choice to try to run them over. Now, if it's a mob of people that are trying to attack you, they're shaking your car, they're destroying property that's on your vehicle, fucking run them over. Fuck them. They won't let you go through, and they're surrounding your car, they're rocking the car, and you don't even have to have anybody else in the car. If you're scared, run them motherfuckers over. Run them the fuck over. But in an instance like this, no. No. This isn't even comparable. Bullshit if you even think this is comparable.
I was going insane reading Reddit about this. That's because Reddit is a completely astroturfed fake platform that is...
The moderators ban people. If you're a part of Asmongold's Reddit, you are pretty much banned off of like 75% of all Reddit like communities in Reddit itself.
Banning
Just
anybody
automatically.
who disagrees with them. It's a total...
This is the same thing that was going on with Twitter until Elon bought it. Like, it's the same thing that's going on with a lot of social media things.
Platform.
And then, if the officer responds with deadly physical force, the person say, well, the officer was standing in front of my car, so I can kill them. That is...
Let me guess. That's not
He was just standing in front of the gun, so I pulled the trigger.
Works, right?
The fuck? You made the choice to pull the trigger. You made the choice to hit the gas pedal.
It's done here in America. Now, some people may say that it wasn't proportional. He overacted by shooting at the car who was...
If you have lethal force and you were forced to use that lethal force, shoot to eliminate. That's what they train you to do. If you ever have to pull your gun on somebody to kill them, how many Midwest safety videos have we seen where a police officer's brains got splattered on the fucking pavement and you had 7 other police officers crying and trying to do CPR on this dude's brain all over the fucking pavement? That could have been that dude's leg. He could have gotten run over. His head could have been popped like a fucking grape. But no one wanted to talk about that, right? We're going to talk about how he could have just stepped aside. He's supposed to just look at this lady and read her fucking mind, right?
Away from him. But at the point in which he's hit by the car, he
was turning towards him.
In front of the car enough to make contact with the car. And I think that is going to be the determinative factor in this case. Now, if you disagree with me, I'll see you in the comment section. But I wanted to at least give you my opinion to show you that this case I'm struggling with, but...
And that's the reason why the federal agents didn't want to turn it over to the little piss-stained fucktards that were running that state, is probably because they would have fucking... Even if this footage wouldn't have been released, they would have been bitching and complaining and moaning about the actual footage where it was him recording. They would have been, it would have been just like the Epstein files all over again. We would have never heard the end of it, and then they released it, and guess what? They have nothing to defend themselves with, and they're still out there protesting like a bunch of fucking idiots. Bunch of lobotomites is what they are.
I generally
brainwashed fucktards.
Runner, and in close cases like this, they're going to side with the officer. That's generally our system. But again, I'm not 100% positive that that's how it's going to happen or go down, but we'll see. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe to like regular YouTube stuff. I'm out. Peace. Well, if you're here, you're probably already...
See if I can find it here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't this a beautiful thing?
Man. Mental illness. It is. It's a total mental illness.
Mm-hmm. It's a cancer to our society is what it is.
Yep. Man. Beautiful, isn't it?
Was she an observer then?
See, that's what happened. By the way, this is what happens when you follow the law. This is it. Here's more. Oh, let me see if I can find some more often. Yep.
Mm-hmm. They busted the window.
Illegal immigrants and houses become free for all of the U.S. to master loot. Yeah, I think it should be. Yep.
Yep. Take them to jail.
Stop making an argument. Anyone
take them to jail. Charge them with impeding in a federal investigation. That's a pretty hefty fucking charge. And using their vehicle as a fucking blockade. That's also illegal.
They don't deserve to get shot, but whenever you break the law and you put another officer's life in danger...
And then you choose to run them over, well then, what happens to you at that point is on you.
Or you put an officer... You make an officer think that their life is in danger by breaking the law in an unsafe and dangerous way. You put your life on the line and you risk getting shot. I think that deserving is a word... This is like... There's like an emotional... There's an emotional weight behind the word deserve, and I think that you're using that on purpose.
Yeah.
But the fact is that whenever you create an unsafe environment by...
I'll say it for him since he doesn't want to say it. If you try to run over a police officer, you deserve to get shot and killed. That's all there is to it. If you try to run somebody over and take them away from their family and their kids, and then you deserve to get shot and killed. Because using a vehicle is a lethal weapon. It is classified a deadly weapon. And if they retaliate against you using lethal force, then you had what was fucking coming to you. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Stop using fucking vehicles to hit police cars and ICE agents. It's illegal. It's against the law.
You know, not complying, by doing things that are dangerous, by doing things that scare people, you're going to have...
I don't want somebody like that in my community. I don't want somebody in my community that's running around doing this and then hitting federal agents with their fucking vehicle. I don't want that person anywhere in my community. Hell, I think shooting them and killing them is not only a justice, it's a service to the community. That's what I think.
Split-second decisions.
You don't want to win stupid prizes, don't play stupid games, dumbass.
Because they can't read what's in your mind.
Oh, God.
We're going to take it all the way around this audience right here. You guys stay right where you're at. You're perfect.
You know, I actually don't mind this. All things considered, I actually don't mind this. They're having a good time. They're protesting. Like, I actually don't mind this at all. They're not in the middle of traffic. They're on the sidewalk. They use the crosswalk accordingly. Like, this is pretty good. Like, this is actually kind of fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, that's what's up. That's fun. That's actually really fun. They look goofy as fuck, but that's really fun, dude. It's really fun.
You know what? Maybe I do hate white people. I don't know how this has happened. I really don't. This is crazy.
I love how it is. He's right. It's all white people, too. It's just all white people. Just a bunch of white women. Like, seriously, that's that. There was 2 guys in that whole line. The rest were women.
This is crazy. This happened. White people.
Like, look. There's 2 guys in this whole line. 1, 2. Woman, 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 woman. Woman, woman, woman. Woman, woman.
You know what? Maybe I do hate white people. I don't know how this has happened. I really don't. This is crazy. This is crazy. Chicago PD superintendent surprisingly makes sense.
Federal agents.
This is Chicago. You remember how they were trying to get all this backlash against them? Nuh-uh. Hold on. Let me walk that back. This is the same officer who said that they weren't not taking calls around the ICE facilities, and later had confirmed that he straight up lied on the podium, and they had a recording of him saying not to respond to calls around the ICE facilities. This is the same guy that was against ICE, and once they finished his state, this is what he's saying. It was the first state that they brought in the National Guard to clean up.
HSI are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed.
Yep.
And that this could end in a deadly situation.
What? No way.
And it's reasonable
no
for
way.
them to use force based on those conditions.
You see, he got reformed. You see, Trump went in there and cleaned up that dump. He got reformed. He got leeringed. You know what I'm saying? He realized that the administration wasn't there to hurt them. It was there to help them. The place is fucking thriving now.
Not box in any law enforcement officer.
Duh.
You're breaking the law when you do that.
Duh, of course.
No, their rationale is that they're ICE agents, so they're not law enforcement officers. Bro, you are fucked in the head.
And you are putting yourself in danger.
Absolutely.
Following law enforcement agents around. The question,
You're not even just putting yourself in danger. You're putting everyone else around you. You're putting the ICE agents in danger by using your car as a blockade. You're endangering the pedestrians around you. You're endangering other vehicle motorists. You're endangering houses around you. Like you don't just endanger yourself whenever you like. There was another video I had seen of a lady that blew through a stoplight. Hold on, let me see. She blew through a stoplight, and she had kids in her car trying to blockade ICE. Let's see if it's here. Hold on, let me see if it's here. Lady that has kids in her car blows red light stopped by ICE agents. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Out in car. I'm not seeing it. If I saw the car, I'd know almost immediately. Can't find it. I don't think I'm gonna. It keeps being that one, but they were able to stop her, and she stopped. Like they were like, "We're gonna arrest you. Please stop." That's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it.
This is what to say when the cops say you're under arrest. Repeat that.
That's all right though. It's about that time anyway. We haven't done any Midwest safety stuff because I'm trying to get caught up. It sucks, man. Everything's coming in on the weekends now, so I'm getting slapped around during the week, man. Fuck your. Second, if I honest here, Chad's still typing, man. Chad, he's still typing. I'm gonna roll up out of here. I was waiting on you to say what you was gonna say, man, but you're not saying anything, bro. Well, till tomorrow, boys. We'll be back on bright and early tomorrow. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll be back on tomorrow. We should have other stuff to cover by tomorrow because there was other stuff I wanted to cover, but so much happened with that stupid lady in that damn car. And hopefully now that we're done with that, we can move on from it. Maybe we'll even talk more about the protests that are going on in Minneapolis right now, which I don't think they're happening anymore because it's no longer the weekend. But yeah. Stay safe out there, boys. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit.